Welcome. In this video, I want to talk about what happens when a caregiver comes to me after they've realized that they can't do it all on their own. And they show up and they say, where can I get some extra help? So what I've done for this video is I've taken a little chunk from one of my support sessions from my membership. And it really explains, I think, pretty well all the facets of the first place you should go if you're looking for help in your area, whether it is by bringing more care in, whether it is finding out what things are available in your community, whether you're just talking about extra help with chores around the house for your loved one. So I think you're going to find this will give you some information that you might not be aware of the help that is available in your community. So have a look at this video and I'll come back on the other end.
I cannot talk enough about the Area Agency on Aging. In 1965, it was the Johnson administration. They created the Older Americans Act. And at that time, President Johnson saw that not only do we need help and care maybe in a facility, but this started the ball rolling for having that care come into the home so that our loved ones can stay more independent even if they're under your own roof. This is still them being more independent than being in a facility. So you already know some of the things that the area agency on aging offers. You've heard of Meals on Wheels. Many senior centers around have connections to this. So there are about 600 area agencies on aging across the country. Some of them are named a little differently, but usually agency and aging are, are in the title. There are also about, what is it, 260 Native American aging agencies that are also out there that run under the same program of the Older American Act. So we talked about Meals on Wheels. We talked about senior centers. They provide transportation to doctor's appointments, to and from, sometimes to grocery stores, sometimes getting you to that senior center and having meals there. One thing that they offer that people don't really know or think about is they're sort of an oversight. They're an advocate for older citizens, and they look at the prevention of elder abuse. And they come in, and I remember we got my parents involved in this agency. And I remember when they came in, they started to ask questions privately with my parents. So, we had to leave privately asking them, how are they being taken care of? Do they feel scared in any way? Do they feel threatened in any way? And, that's a really good thing to have. So we could be sending our loved one to a facility and never know that maybe something a little hinky is going on. So to know that there's this third party agency that's an advocate for our loved ones is a really great thing to know, a really good resource that they can do some investigating if need be, and you don't have to get your hands dirty at all. Now, the Area Agency on Aging also offers hours of caregiving. So here's something to think about. They will do an evaluation not only on your loved one's physical, physical and mental capabilities, but also their income. And without getting Medicaid involved at all, you might be surprised that your loved one actually qualifies for so many hours a week or so many hours a day of free caregiving, right? Somebody coming into the home. And so it's a really, really valuable thing to look into. Not only would they come in as caregiving to sit and take care of your loved one, maybe help them bathe, maybe help them with medication, maybe just check vitals, maybe just sit with them. But another thing that they offer, which I think is fantastic, is they offer help around the house. Now, I have found that our reluctant loved ones who are really, really striving to be independent will start to give up the reins of independence during the time of crisis. So for my father at 87, 86, 87, he was diagnosed with lung cancer and he had to go through 33 radiation treatments. Needless to say, those radiation treatments were debilitating. Because they were debilitating and he knew he was not feeling well, he did not have the strength. He allowed us to bring in lawn care maintenance to their home, all through the area agency on aging. And they came every week and they did the lawn, trimmed the hedges. It was great. That opened the door that when things got even more stressful, right? And my mother was showing signs of early stages of dementia. She began allowing somebody to come and drive her once a week when I couldn't be there, once a week to go to the grocery store. And so she started to build a relationship with this person. Then, as you know, she trusted that person, she allowed us to add in some basic housekeeping, vacuuming, dusting, helping to wash windows, right? So they were so very reluctant, but slowly we were able to get them involved in the resources available through the area agency on aging. And I really can't say enough about them.
I just want you to remember that asking for help is not a sign of weakness. It's actually a sign of strength because we can't do it all on our own. We need time away so that we can recharge ourselves, so that we can come back and help our loved one in the best way possible. Our mind can be in it. We can come from compassion and not from just a sense of duty. So definitely check into the area agency on aging in your community. And if you need more help, you can always contact me. If you look down in the show notes, there's a place down there for a free support session. Just schedule and sign up, and you and I can have a chat about what help looks like for you and what you're going through. And I'll help you with some ideas on how to handle it. All right, thanks so much for tuning in. Be sure to check out my other videos on my channel, Caregiving After 50.